All right, Brett, can you hear me, Brett? What's up, everyone? Brett is in. Jaden, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
All right. Is it letting you do your video?
No, that's what I keep trying to get into it, and it keeps kicking me out.
All right, Brett, you and I are in right now. Jaden will get on eventually. Yeah, Penn State wins. So,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, hold on, Brett. I'm going to pull up the box score real quick. I don't think the box score is up yet from ESPN. ESPN, I don't know why. ESPN's slow with that sometimes. But
what I've noticed is defensive stats take longer for them to get than offensive.
Okay. Is that
at
what
least
it is?
like for Google, even Google stats, they won't even show defensive stats like during the game at all. It's really weird, but they should because Dennis Sutton is murdering people. So
for those of you that were he was. For those of you that were waiting, sorry about that. I went live with Matt from Penn State jerseys. Brett and I both did actually.
Yeah.
And that was a good conversation. But
yeah.
Brett, man, I don't know what's going on with Jaden. It's not letting him in.
That's weird.
Give me a second. Brett, you can talk if you can talk a little bit if you want.
Okay. Yeah. We started the game out strong. I liked how we went right down and scored. The first drive was nice and crisp, like very clean. The receivers looked good. Was happy to see them. Devontae Ross, he only had one catch, but he's been they weren't playing him a whole lot because he's been going through some bumps and bruises. So that's why we saw Liam Clifford in there more. Liam Clifford did not have a good game, but that's fine. You know, he's better than how he played today. Kyron Hudson, you can tell he's the clear number one receiver, the way he does his business, handles his business. That's why they gave him number one to wear. Trevor Pena looked really good, man, as advertised. Kyron and Trevor both had one drop, so not a huge deal. They weren't like easy catches, really, so it's not a huge deal, but they'll clean that up. The run game wasn't fantastic today. I was telling Mark and Matt before we came on. I think the offensive line was trying a bunch of different combinations of guys to see what clicked. And obviously that's going to create some inconsistency with different guys playing together because an offensive line, like taking guys out, putting other guys in, like doing that every couple plays sometimes, like that's going to create just unbalance on how you play together with the chemistry, right? So I think I'm hoping that's what it was because I mean, Nick and Katron didn't really have any holes to run. They were like creating stuff, but yeah, I mean, that one run that Katron Allen had, like he just like found his way, right? It was a decent blocking play compared to other ones, but if I'm going to take one negative out today, it was it's just weird how one of the big positives going into the year was our offensive line is going to be bullying people. It's going to be great. And then that's like the one down side of the game today was we didn't really see that, right? So the pass blocking wasn't great. The run blocking wasn't great. So definitely room for improvement. And obviously Coach Trout and James Franklin and those guys are going to watch the tape, and they're going to see exactly that, right? They're going to look at it and be like, all right, you guys can do this better. You got to mesh and play better as a group. So, if I'm looking at one negative, it was the offensive line was not where it should be right now. We should be bullying people, and we did not do that. But then the bright side is Drew Aller looked great. I mean, I know it's Nevada, but he looked different. Like, he looked more comfortable just playing football. His passes were on target, man. Like, he was very accurate today. As you can see by his stats, he was, 22 for 26. Yeah. And two of those incompletions out of the 4 were drop passes. The other 2 might have been, I can't remember exactly, but still, like, he was on point today. That pass to Kyron Hudson in the end zone was great. So, happy to see that. King Mack on the return was really good. That was good to see. Denai Dennis-Sutton looks like he's ready to take that step as defensive end number 1. And Abdul Carter was there at the game, dressed like he was ready to go into the new Star Wars movie that they're apparently filming for him. I have no idea. But, very good game defensively when the starters were in. A little disappointed with our backups. They went in there and they let a touchdown at the end. It's not even so much the touchdown. They let the 2-point conversion go. Like, come on. And then James Franklin and Cole Nicky going for 2 points when we were up by 25 or something was just kind of weird. I guess they're just probably trying to practice and try things out in game, right? But that did not work. So hopefully they don't try that one again. Or if they try it again, hopefully they execute at a higher level than they did today. So just some thoughts on the game as a whole, right? That's basically how I felt. So
so overall, man, Brett and I were messaging back and forth, and we talked about it on Matt's show as well. Jaden, can you hear us at least?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
All right. Jaden's trying to figure out his video. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
it's nothing. It's nothing he's doing. I don't know. StreamYard can be finicky like that, but overall, the starters look really good. I mean, Aller looked good. He was zipping the ball in there. Our receivers looked good. Our running game looked good. Denai looked good. Denai looked great. Overall, it was just a good performance. I mean, the starters looked phenomenal. I would like to see more points, but, Matt said, we're just not going to be that type of offense where we put up a ton of points. I wanted to be in the 60s. We easily could have been. I mean, we kicked, 4 field goals? You take 2 of those field goals at least, and, we're in the we're at least 50 points. We're at least 60 points. So, just looking at the stats, like you said, Drew Aller was 22 for 26, 217 yards and a touchdown. Didn't have a 100-yard rusher. Hudson, I mean, he looked great. We got the ball to Trevor Pena, Singleton, Andrew Rappelier, Khalil Dinkins, Tyzer Denmark, Cam Wallace, Luke Reynolds, Devontae Ross, and Katron. So, overall, it was a solid performance. I wanted to see more points.
Yeah.
But what we have to look at here is how did we execute? I mean, Kotelnicki at the end of the day, for example, Joe Paterno, he was a very he was a conservative play caller, and you kind of knew, all right, the run game's working, we're going to go with that. With Kotelnicki, you don't know what's going to happen. At the end of the day, it came down to execution. Kotelnicki's play calling wasn't horrible, but the execution needed to be better.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it comes down to, is the execution overall needed to be a little better on the player side of the ball, on the player side. But 46-11, they score in garbage time. We didn't cover the spread. The final spread, I think, was 42.5. I would love to cover the spread against Nevada.
Yeah.
But Nevada's not the worst team in the world either.
That's a big spread, man. That's
42.5. And then, I mean, even for we played Delaware last year. I think the spread was 46. I mean, even for a team like Delaware, that's a big spread.
Yeah.
But overall, I was pretty pleased. Jaden, what'd you think?
I I thought we looked really well. The biggest thing that stood out to me was our transfer wide receivers. I thought our receivers looked really well. Our pass game looked well. When you go 22 to 26, I mean, that's got to be a good day throwing the ball. So
Mhm.
I think
Yep.
that's a great thing. I mean, I really like that we don't have to be one dimensional this year, as it kind of felt like sometimes we had to be last year. And we have a lot of athletes everywhere to go make plays.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. And Jaden Jones played quarterback for my high school long after I was gone. I graduated in 2011. And Jaden, I pulled your stats up the other day.
Uh-oh.
No, I just want to say real quick that I have a lot of respect for athletes in general. And I have a lot of respect for good high school athletes. And I have a lot of respect for athletes that played where I played. And Jaden is the best quarterback Bald Eagles ever had. He was really fun to watch. And, I mean, his stats were off the charts. Jaden, real quick, people say be humble, but this is I give you permission to not be humble on here, all right? How many awards did you win?
I won a couple. I probably should have won a couple more if I didn't throw 19 interceptions in 1 year. But I won, I think 3 my junior year, and then I think I won 1 my senior year.
Yeah, so I'm going to look up your stats again real quick. But you had, like, what was it? How many passing yards you have your senior year?
Senior year, I think I had 2,400, 2,300, somewhere around there. Little step down from my junior year, but
Yeah, so you had 2,400 passing yards, and then you were the leading rusher. You had 600 some running yards too. And you were you the Center County Athlete of the Year, right?
my junior year, yeah.
Okay. My sister Heather, she was the Center County Athlete of the Fall, I think, at one point.
Mhm.
But yeah, as a junior, that's really good. But your dad played quarterback for Bald Eagle too, and I think you broke all of his records, right?
Yeah, well, Doug Woomer had most of the records at Bald Eagle.
All right. Yep.
Yeah,
And
I
then
broke those our junior year.
you broke his longest pass record too, is 99 yards.
Yeah, we had.
And
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say up until like I had mine, there was 2 in Center County, and my dad was being one of them. So that was pretty cool.
Yep. And I was there for that game. I remember when that happened. But yeah, you were just a lot of fun to watch, man. I mean,
Thank you.
in my opinion, you're the best quarterback Bald Eagles ever had. I mean, those stats are unreal. 2,400 yards passing, 600 yards running, leading rusher on that team. And what did you do after high school? You didn't play college ball, right?
No, I didn't. I was gonna try out down at Lock Haven, but that when they tell you got to put on 35, 40 pounds to see the field, and you haven't been able to gain a pound in 3 years, that's a little scary. So
yeah, yep. And you graduated in 2019, right?
2020. I had
2020.
COVID
All
year.
right. Yep. And you, well, that doesn't count. So we'll go off of your 2020 season. But Kyler was on that team at the time. Who we can say it now. He's the linebackers coach at Lock Haven. So he's doing good things. It's good to see him. Good to see him doing well. We've had him on here before. But yeah, Jaden, I mean, at the end of the day, it was a good, like I said, at the end of the day, you can't be mad at how they played. I mean, Aller had zip. The receivers looked good. The running backs looked good. The O-line as a whole did pretty good. And Denai he couldn't have played better. Zane had an interception, almost had a pick six. And I've seen him in person several times. I mean, he's a big dude. He's easily over 300 pounds. Like, they have him listed at like 294, but he's over 300 pounds. He's just solid muscle. So, yeah, overall, it's just a good day, man. I mean, I was happy with it, but I just wanted them to score more points. But like Matt said from Penn State jerseys, I don't think we're going to be a team that does that. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be a team that scores a lot of points. If we don't need to, we're not going to. That's it. So, but yeah, overall, it was just a solid performance. So, Brett, you dove into it a little bit. Give me 3 things that you liked and then 3 things that you didn't like, if you can.
Yeah. I guess for number 1, I think I'm going to put I think Drew Aller and Kyron Hudson could be like in the same category. So I think their connection, like Drew Aller and Kyron Hudson is the number 1 receiver, is probably one of the things I liked a lot about today. Number 2, I'm going to give a shout out to my man Cam Wallace for coming back from injury. I really like seeing Cam get back to it. Doesn't look like he skipped a beat at all. I mean, he was out for like the whole year last year, had a gruesome, awful injury. You guys remember that if you were watching. I think when we were playing Penn State last year, like 2 or 3 offensive linemen like pretty much fell on his ankle and like shattered that. So for him to come back strong, and I sent you the clip before we went live. CBS posted it. Saquon Barkley's hurdle in the Iowa game right next to Cam Wallace's today. It looks really similar, and they're both wearing 26. So I thought that was pretty cool. So, yeah, seeing what running back 3 can do on our team, that's the second thing I liked, because he's definitely running back 3 in my eyes. I think Corey Smith has a case to make. He's good, but I think Cam Wallace is more ready right now, weight-wise and strength-wise. Number 3, Denied Dennis Sutton in the defense, man. I mean, he was like just destroying people. A couple times he was just tackling the wrong guy, but it didn't matter. Like, it was just, he got faked out on the run on the RPO, and he just bullied a guy. But yeah, Denied Dennis Sutton looks like he's ready to take the next step. So that was good to see. Yeah, Amari Campbell, he looked good on the as a linebacker. Taking over for Kobe King. So he made some good plays. It was good to see him. So, yeah, I'd say the defense is the third thing. I'll just say that as a whole. The 3 things I didn't like, I kind of touched on this with you and Matt when we were live. Offensive line play wasn't great, man. And but I'm not worried, because this happened last year. The first couple of games, we didn't really play anybody that crazy. And I remember us talking about the O-line didn't look great. It should have been better. And then as the season went on, we started catching our stride and playing much better as a unit. So, yeah, offensive line wasn't too thrilled about that today, but it didn't cost us, really, obviously. So, yeah, too many field goals, man, more points. I'm going to go with you on that. I'm the same way. Like, we left so many points on the table, man. Like, and this happens all the time with us, like with these early games, because it's basically a preseason game, right? It's basically like a scrimmage type of game. The NFL gets all those games before the actual regular season, so they get more practice, right? College, you don't get that, so you got to be ready to play, and I get that, but yeah, there's got to be some cleaning up when it comes to certain play calls for certain downs and just better execution, like you said. And some things are just trying out to see what works, see what sticks to the wall, and what doesn't stick, they'll move on from and try something different, right? So obviously that's why they went for 2, I guess, to see if it would work. But epic failure on that. That was terrible. I mean, I really don't know what they were trying to do with Jackson Smolik. I mean, he takes the snap and he kind of goes off to the right, and there's just a free rusher coming right after him. Like, it wasn't designed for success. So I didn't like that. Let's see here. So the O-line, just certain execution and play calls, I guess, can be the second one. Like, too many field goals. But hey, the bright side about the field goals is Ryan Nice Barker didn't miss any. So
no, he didn't. Yeah,
and most of them were pretty close. But I think the one was like close to 40 yards. So that's decent, right? So it's good to see him hit those. The third thing, there wasn't really that many negatives. I don't know. If I have 3 things, man. There's 2. If you think of a different one, let me know because I'm not sure.
Jaden, can you see us? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if you can come up with it, what were 3 things you liked and then 3 things you didn't like about this game?
Brett touched on the big one for me. I know it's early. You're not playing like the top tier teams or whatever, but I think late in the season you can't leave points on the board. Like you can't leave them out there. So you got to find a way to cash in on some of those. Besides that, like I didn't really see many negatives out there. I mean,
Right.
defense played phenomenal. They got a late score, but to hold a team to 3 points in college football that's a nice achievement there.
Yeah. So, are you have anything else, Jaden?
Negative wise, no. I mean,
Okay.
I think we had a decent bit of positives, but
All right. Yeah, for me, it was the 3 positives. Aller was really throwing the ball well. I mean, his zip was insane.
Yeah.
He was really, really, really throwing the rock well. I mean, he was throwing it to like Trevor Pena, for example. He dropped that one ball. I think it was so fast that he dropped it.
Yeah.
I mean, all of our receivers looked better than Jeremiah Smith today. He had multiple drops.
Yeah.
Our run game looked good. I mean, we didn't have a 100-yard back, but that's the thing. We didn't have to. We just didn't have to. And Deny was out of this world, man. I mean, he looked really good. So to pull up the box score again, Deny had 5 total tackles, 4 solo. He had a sack. He had 2.5 tackles for loss. I mean, he's the player of the game to me, for sure.
2 forced fumbles.
Yeah. I mean, he couldn't have looked better. And then Amari Campbell looked good. The plug-in guy, the transfer from UNC.
Yep.
He looked really good. I mean, and it was pretty much him and Rojas, on the field the whole game.
Yeah.
Secondary looked good. I mean, again, Nevada, like Matt said, Nevada is not the worst team in the world. I mean, we're not playing Delaware here. We're not playing Altoona. We're not playing Central Arkansas. We're playing a decent team here.
Yeah.
And like Jaden said, to hold a team to 3 points, I mean, garbage time, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But to hold a team to 3 points, man, it's really impressive. So those are the 3 things that I liked. The 3 things that I didn't like, I wanted more points.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in the 50s and the 60s with the, I guess, what's the word? I guess shout out goes to Ryan Barker as my 4th thing, that he didn't miss a kick, which is awesome. But the 3 things I didn't like, more points overall, but Kotelnicki, he's just not a go out there and rack up a ton of points type of coach. That's just not what we're going to get. So I don't know how many spreads we're going to be covering this year, even against these inferior teams. But 2, second thing I didn't like was just the overall execution on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, like, for example, on the goal line, I would like to, instead of throwing an out route on the first play to the left to Trevor Pena early in the game, just running up the middle. I mean, we're 6 yards away. Run Drew Rowler, run the running back, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 2 running backs that could either one is good enough to potentially be in the Heisman running.
Yeah.
So better execution for the players, better execution on the offense. I think Kotelnicki set them up well. Those bubble screens that they set up, I think is the word. Jaden, you can correct me on that. Where they're throwing bubble screens, right?
Those are good.
Where they're throwing them out to the receiver. Just better execution on that. So that's my second thing. Third thing overall is I wanted to see the running backs incorporated a little more. But again, we just didn't have to. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, man. Like, I wanted more points. I'm not happy with the fact that we didn't get more points. I'm not happy about that. I mean, Brett knows me well. I want points, and we didn't get more. I mean, 46-11, hey, that's a good score, but on paper, man, like, you're going to see I don't know what Oregon is right now. I think they were up, 41-0 at one point. Teams like that, like I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, Oregon put up 80 points on their opener. That's what I want to see. And I always use, like I said on Matt's post game, I always use 08 Coastal Carolina, the opener against Coastal Carolina, 69-10. I mean, we dominated that team. Derek Williams had a punt return touchdown. Chaz Powell had a sweep touchdown, a jet sweep touchdown. I mean, that's what I want to see. But I just don't think we're going to see that from Kotelnicki's offense, which, again, we don't need to see it. It's fun to watch that. But we dominated Nevada, man. We dominated them. So is that 3?
Well,
yeah, that's 3. So
I know. Well,
ahead,
you were
Jake.
saying with the execution.
Brett, let Jaden go real quick.
Okay.
Huh?
Were you going to say something, Jaden?
Oh, no, I was listening to Brett here.
All right, go ahead, Brett. My bad.
I don't think so. With Kotelnicki, you're saying he's not the type of guy who's going to throw a lot of points up. Well, the points were there. We just didn't.
Yeah.
We talked about, the points were there. We just had to
Didn't
kick field
execute.
goals. So I mean, there's a couple plays that went wrong. Like, and most of those plays where Drew threw it to like Nick or whoever, and we lost 2 or 3 yards on that one drive. Like, nobody was blocking for Drew to throw, right? Like the guys were our offensive tackles were getting thrown back almost into Drew, so he had to throw it. So that's what I meant by the O-line. Like, the fact that you didn't have O-line on your list for negatives. I mean, I feel like it should have been on there. I mean, but that's your list. My list, I had the O-line on there for a negative.
Right. Yep.
But to add another positive, actually, we talked about it with Matt. Ethan Grunkemeyer, man, like, he's the future, right? He's the future of what Penn State quarterback is going to look like possibly next year.
Yeah.
So
And he looked good. He looked good.
Yeah, I mean, the ball comes out of his hand just as good as Drew or better. So Brad Mendler, the quarterback coach for both of those guys, said it. He said Grunkemeyer has one of the most gifted arms I've ever seen. So, I mean, Drew, it flies off his hand effortlessly as well. But Grunk, like, I think he's going to be an even better passer. So that's my hot take for the future for Grunkemeyer. I think he could be an even better passer than Drew. We'll see. But they were coming off, they were flying out nice. So it was good to see. Oregon scored 59 today. So we had 59 in the bag. We just kicked field goals.
We did. 59-0. Is that what his final score was?
13. So yeah.
All right.
Montana State scored 13. Yep. That's fine.
Jaden, I mean, overall, man, like, what do you think of the game? I mean, were you happy with it?
I mean, I kind of figured we were going to beat them pretty handily, obviously, as we should. Little disappointed about, like, what we talked about with the field goals and everything, but the way the defense looked, the way that Drew looked, I thought today, I was pretty pleased with both sets there.
Yeah. Yep.
I think the biggest thing with Drew. Oh no, you're still talking. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, it's a great thing for a quarterback to have the running backs that he does, because it just opens up so much more that they can do when you have a run game like that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Jaden, was Blake Roberts your main running back?
Yeah, Blake was my junior year, and then we had a kid in my grade my senior year.
And then, Gage was a junior at that time. You had some good running backs too.
Yeah.
I mean, they averaged 70. Blake averaged 70 yards a game. Gage 47. So, you're speaking from experience there.
Yeah.
Having good running backs, having weapons. I mean, my goodness, you guys over the past few years, Bald Eagle's been really good. What'd you think of Aller? I mean, did you like his performance?
I thought he looked really well. I mean, I think the receivers helped out a lot. I think our receiving core looked really good today. They were getting open. So I think that's just a big thing. When you can have receivers getting open, that gets your quarterback a lot of confidence because then you're not trying to fit
Oh,
tight
yeah.
windows constantly. So I think
Yeah.
that was really nice for him.
Yeah, and yeah, the receivers look good. I mean, again, like it's such a weird thing, man, because I want them to score more points. They just it was 4 field goals. I think at the end of the day, it was 4 field goals that they got. Let me look real quick. 4 for 4 on field goals. Yeah, so Ice Barker again looked phenomenal. But they left at least 2 more touchdowns. They're in the 60s. You know, they're in the they have 60 points.
Yep.
And that would have made me happy. But in comparison to last year, I mean, we were lucky to break 40. You know, there was besides Delaware, honest, you know, this is just off the top of my head. Besides Delaware, man, I don't know if we broke 40 points. Did we? Did we break?
Well, we played West Virginia, which is a much harder opponent than Nevada for the first game, and I think we scored 35 or something. So it was
34, yeah, and that was a rain delay. Well, otherwise we would have been in the 50s easily.
Yeah,
easily. But yeah,
I think Drew. Other than
I like being 40 plus. I like that.
Yeah. Other than Drew, like obviously looks like he's throwing the ball better because he's setting his feet right. That's the thing. He's not getting the happy feet bouncing around. He was setting his feet before he threw. But then also you could tell the mental growth of the game, right? Like there was no hesitation. Like if nobody was open, he's running. If this guy's not breaking on a route, he's looking to check down. Like he just looked mentally mature, right? Like he looked like he knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah.
There was no time where he dropped back where like remember we used to get that feeling with Drew. Like he would drop back and we'd be like, all right, what's gonna happen? I didn't feel that with him today at all. Like I wasn't worried at all.
No. Yeah.
Wasn't forcing anything.
No, he didn't force anything.
No, and every ball he threw, man, like the guy was gonna be open or should have been open. Daryl Clark years ago, who Matt actually posted on his Instagram, he's talking to him at the spring game. Guy like Daryl Clark, he said, we throw our guys open. So whether Jordan Norwood, Derek Williams, Deion Butler, Derek Moy, Justin Brown, Graham Zog, whether they were open when he threw the ball or not, they were going to be open. And like, for example, on that pass that Trevor Pena dropped, he was open. He just wasn't open when he threw the ball.
Yep.
So he was doing that too. I mean, he looked great. He really did. And
he threw it before Pena broke on his route to where when Pena was about to turn over, it'd be right in his freaking hands. And it was right in his hands. Pena kind of like, I think he was surprised that like, oh, that's a zipper. And then it dropped because it was like, Pena was just like not a second, but like a split second too late to catch it. But that was one of the best thrown balls of the day.
It was. It was. Yeah, he had zip. He did. I mean, he had some power behind every throw. So, I mean, yeah, I think it just comes down to better execution. But, I mean, we did what we had to do. And we put up 40-some points against the Nevada team. Again, we're not playing a horrible, horrible team. I mean, Nevada's a decent team. And honestly, I think we might see them actually do decent this season. I don't know what their schedule looks like the rest of it, but I think we're going to see them actually, be a decent team. I mean, they came into Beaver Stadium, almost 107,000 people. That's a loud thing to come into. Yeah. Their best player is Purdy. I mean, he is the best player on the team. He's the only 4-star they got. The rest of them are 3 stars or below. So
go for it.
And as I said, we're going to see a lot of rotation. I mean, we saw a lot of guys play. I mean, Colin Dinkins, for example, in before halftime, in important gameplay, I guess, if you will, he had a tackle for a loss. I think it was for a loss. I mean, guys like that, he's a backup, So we saw a lot of guys in rotation. We saw a lot of guys on the field. We saw Keon Wiley out there. We saw King Mack. We saw a bunch of guys out there. Tyzer Denmark, he looked really good. I mean, Cam Wallace looked good. Corey Smith got in there and did some things. Grunk looked good. He went down the field and scored. I mean, what more could you ask from a backup quarterback other than going down and scoring, like Bo Pribula did in 23 against West Virginia at home? He went down and scored, killed the spread, in that game, and that pissed a lot of people off. But yeah, I mean, we got a lot of guys in there, and we got a lot of guys that got time, got reps, and some guys are going to earn their letters this year for sure. So, Jaden, do you have anything else to say about this game specifically?
Nothing really to say about this game. Just find a way to execute and don't leave points on the board going forward.
Yeah. And I think of these three teams that we play out of the gate, I think Florida International is probably going to be the best of the three. And I think Villanova is going to be the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think going forward for the season, Jaden? What do you think going forward? Like, how are we going to do?
It's a weird thing to say because we're always a great team. Like sometimes it's tough for us to say that we're over the edge and we're like that top tier team. I think this year you can safely say that by just the athletes we have. So I think there's a lot of bright future coming ahead here for Penn State this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and for example, to follow up on that, Ohio State, Texas. All right, we can talk about that too. Ohio State, Texas. Texas looked horrible. Wide receiver group, biggest takeaway. Yeah, costs.
Yep.
It's good to have you back on, man. They look good. So, Ohio State, Texas, for example. Texas looked horrible. Arch Manning looked horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a horrible game to watch. But to take away from this game, all right, we maybe we'll play Texas. I don't know. I think we'll be okay with Texas and the way Arch Manning played today. I think against any decent defense going off today, I mean, he's going to struggle. He's not going to play that well. So I think he's coming back next year for sure, especially after today. Thought he would be a lot better. Everyone thought he would be better. The Ohio State defense was my takeaway from that game. 2 goal line stands. And when Penn State plays Ohio State, for example, I think that over-under is going to be like 20 points, man. Honestly, like Vegas is going to be like, we're not even messing with more than like maybe 17 total points in that game because our defense is phenomenal. Jim Knowles, again, awesome. And then Ohio State's defense looked good. But I don't know if Texas is really bad because Ohio State is also not that good. I mean, they scored 14 points. Julian saying he didn't do that great. He didn't impress me much. He was a game manager more than anything. So, I don't know how good Texas is, and I don't know how good Ohio State is. All I know is neither one of them is number one in the country. I know that. I know that much. I have an argument that we could be number one. I mean, like I said, because of how many points we scored, I don't think we will. But Clemson, if they do well, they're kicking off here. They already kicked off.
Clemson, I'm rooting for LSU tonight. I want LSU to beat them. Yeah,
Clemson could be number one if depending on how they play tonight. Because they're number 4. But dude, for example, against Ohio State, I mean, if you're putting both of us on paper right now, in my opinion, our offense will be the difference in that game. Okay. Yeah. But going forward, man, like besides and Oregon, I don't know. I don't know what Oregon's going to do. I don't know how they're going to play against us. I don't know how we're going to do against them. I think we'll be okay. I think we're going to win. But that could be a loss. But, at the end of the day, man, going forward, like overall, I think we could go undefeated. It's our offense in the shoe, blackout, as stupid as that is, blackout against us at night. I think it's at night.
Yeah,
it
night
might
game.
be at noon. Is it?
Wait,
okay,
the Ohio State game?
Yeah, us and Ohio State.
That'll be during the day.
It's
noon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because Fox gets that. And it'll be great to have Gus calling another Ohio State Penn State game.
Blackout during the day, which is just hilariously stupid.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah. I think going forward, man, how our offense plays against Ohio State, I think will be the huge difference in that game. But I think we could beat Ohio State. I think we're better than Ohio State. And I just think overall our team has a good shot because of how our starters played, man. I mean, this team is really good. This team is they look great. I mean, again, I don't think they could have looked better overall, except just better execution on the offensive side, putting up at least 60 points. That would have been amazing. But as always, man, like even last year, 34, I don't know, it was like 34-15 against West Virginia to open the season. On paper, it didn't show what we did. We dominated them. I mean, and we dominated Nevada. It's just on paper, it's just not really going to show that because Aller didn't have out of this world stats. He had 1 touchdown. But I think going forward, we're in great shape. So,
yeah,
Brett, what do you think going forward? I mean,
yeah, work on the offensive line chemistry, man. We got to be able to run the ball better. Nick and Katron, like the longest run of the day might have been 10 yards. So that's, I mean, slightly concerning, but like I said, it's the first game. So I already know how this is going to go. We watched this tape last year, and the first couple games we couldn't run very well. But then as the season went on, we started dominating in the second half of the season. So yeah, get the offensive line play turned up. Would like to see. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to play more young guys the next 2 games. I mean, obviously, I'm not even sure if Kobe Howard played today. He probably did, but
I don't know.
I'm not sure if he did.
I don't know if I saw him on the field, but
he definitely didn't get a target, so which is fine. But
and another couple pauses, man. That 2-minute drive at the end of the game, that was great execution. Ended with a long pass to Kyron. And then Grunkmeyer's drive. I mean, they looked good. I mean, it was just overall, it was a good performance by our starters. So I do think, but going forward, Brett, what do you think? I mean, we have.
I agree with. I mean, Texas and Ohio State. I was definitely not shaking in my boots watching that game at all. If anything, there was a lot left to be desired. Texas's offense was terrible. Their defense was pretty good, right? So that was a positive for them. But Ohio State's defense, yeah, it's going to be good, but how good is it? Like we said, because Texas couldn't throw the freaking ball, man. Like Arch Manning could not throw the ball into a receiver's hands. The receiver was always struggling to go up and get it because it was behind them or in front of them. It just didn't work out. Yeah, I think we're better than both of those teams, but we have to execute, right? Like whenever those critical third downs come, like we got to get a first down. We can't kick a field goal. That's how we're going to beat those type of teams. That's how we're going to beat Oregon.
Yeah, it does feel different. I mean, this year compared to last year, right? Like again, I as the season went on, I listened to all my episodes from last year, and I looked more and more mad every game. And it's because I wanted to put up points. Again, got into the 40s today, and it feels different, like in a good way. It feels different. Like I feel like this team is good, and they're going to execute. They're going to play better against any team. It doesn't matter if they're Ohio State, Oregon, Nebraska, whoever. It doesn't matter. They're going to play good against every team that they play, and they just got to execute better. That's it. Now, again, it's Nevada. I don't know how much drive we had as a team to be like, oh man, we need to score, we need to put up points. Like they were definitely just, dude, they were just out there kind of like, okay, let's see what we can do. You know, they weren't out there trying to, I don't know. I just got the feeling that they weren't out there like going as hard as they would against like an Oregon or an Ohio State, which isn't good, but
what they were doing,
they were just having fun, honestly.
They were putting as much. What they're going to do the next 3 games, they're going to put as much on tape as they could possibly put on tape. So all these teams that we're playing have to prepare for it. Like they physically have to. They have to prepare for Grunkenmeyer. They got to prepare for Cam Wallace. Everybody. That's why they did that. Also, I think the most important thing moving forward. However way you put it, Nevada, Florida International, and Villanova, they're all in the same category of what type of team they are, right? They're all lower, like bottom tier teams, right? At the end of the day. So we don't want to see. Let's say we play Florida International next week at noon, right? Let's say we take a step back and we don't look very good. Like, we can't see that. We need to see Penn State look even better, even if the points don't necessarily. Let's say we score the same amount of points or 42-7 or whatever. Like, depending on how it looks, right? Like, we want to see improvement in each category for the next 3 weeks. As long as we see improvement in the offensive line, in the run game, and the receivers continue to catch the ball and make plays, like, and the defense continues to be successful, like, as long as we see improvement in the next 3 games, that's all I'm worried about, right? As long as because we're going to win those games. We're not.
Yeah.
Penn State does not lose to teams like that. It's just not going to happen. And no, I'm not jinxing Penn State. Like, we're not going to lose to either of those teams. We don't go on the road until October, so we're going to. Yeah, I just want to see improvement, and then once Oregon comes, pick the plays that worked, right? Right now, you're just trying things, seeing what worked against Oregon, pick what worked, and then save some stuff that you know that's probably going to work, and then pitch that in there too.
To answer Costas' question, what the hell's going on for the last snap that Franklin was losing it? He was going at the refs because I think they kind of fumbled the clock there a little bit, and he wanted some more reps for Gronk. Right? Is that what it was, Brett?
From what I saw, they were keeping Penn State in the huddle. They weren't letting them snap the ball, and then called a delay of game on Penn State, which is horrendous if that's what actually happened. That's why Franklin was pissed, and I'd be pissed too.
By the way, at the end of the first half there, it was after they kicked, I think it was the extra point. All right. They scored on, it was Singleton's touchdown. And it was the first touchdown. Dude, they had the refs. They were like reviewing this touchdown for I don't know what reason. He was clearly over the line. And then it was at like 3:34, and then when they kicked the extra point, it was 3:05. So I'm pretty sure we lost nearly 30 seconds on that play there too. But the refs were not good in this game. I mean, they were pretty bad. And then I think we lost the 30 seconds there, and then at the end of the game, he's going at him. Overall, these refs, man, they didn't look. I mean, they were kind of fumbling left and right. They definitely had. I think first game jitters as well. Jaden, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you? Yeah.
I must have missed that. I did. It seemed like the refs were having a hard time with touchdowns today, especially after that first one that he was about 4 yards in the end zone and they marked him down short. But it seemed like they were having a tough time seeing the goal line today.
Yeah, that was really weird. I've never seen that before where they're reviewing a touchdown like that. I mean, I don't know if the ref on the goal line didn't see it or if there's too many people covering it up, but clearly he was over the line. And I think when they were deciding, they shaved off 29 seconds because when they kicked the extra point, it was 3:05, and they didn't give us that time back, which was weird. I thought we should have gotten that time back because it was a touchdown, but I think they wasted all that time trying to decide whether or not it was a touchdown. And then at the end, again, like Franklin wanted more time for his guys to get more plays off. I mean, and if they execute that it was like 4th and 5 again against Ohio State. They run that little like RPO run with Corey Smith up the middle. They get stuffed. I mean, if they execute there, maybe they go down and score and they do cover the spread. But instead it went the other way where they get the ball there at like the 30 and then Nevada goes in and scores. So I don't know.
The biggest thing I was upset about was the bad snap, or Drew wasn't ready for the snap, and like we would have scored there, man. Like we were at like the 2-3 yard line, something like that, right? That pissed me off. I wasn't happy about that, but it happens. But that's better for that to happen against that team than Oregon. Right? Yeah, if that happens against Oregon, we lose the game. So
Jaden, do you remember what drive we're talking about where they get down to the goal line? It was after the interception, Zane's interception. And then the first play is a bubble screen to the left to Pena. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
All right. So what do you think about that, like goal line play calling? What do you think about that?
I mean, I do like the bubble especially like when you get into the red zone because it's a one-on-one matchup out there. I feel like, but
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I just think I think it's a very questionable call, especially with the opponent you're going against, and you have the running game you have to not just hand the ball off. I mean,
Yeah.
when you got, I would say probably two of the best 10, 15, probably in college football, you give the ball off.
Yeah. Yeah, and your quarterback 6'5".
Yeah.
You know, he runs 2-3 yards, reaches, he's in the goal, he's over the goal line. Said they settled for a field goal. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. But at the end of the day, if you step back and think about it, like execute the damn play. I mean, my God, it's Nevada, you know?
Yeah.
And then there was another bubble screen where Khalil Dinkin totally whiffed on a block, and it was another like what negative /
3, 4.
no, like no yard play. I mean, God, but
That's all it takes, man, to ruin a drive, right? That's all.
yeah,
it is.
and
They'll get it cleaned up. It was game one. I know they will.
yeah, I think they will. And again, like I just felt like it's like Penn State, right? As good as they are, it's like they're out there. They were just having fun, man. They were experimenting. Like, let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. They didn't execute well. They'll take that away from it. But, bro, they were not like they weren't that team today. The offense, they were not out there giving like an all-star out of this world performance. They were just, I think they were just experimenting. Honestly. You know,
never punted the ball, right? Matt said it. They never punted. That's huge.
Yeah, they
never punted. And also, what was it? I had something. I forgot what it was. I'll think about it, but I forgot.
Yeah. So, yeah, my final takeaways: wanted more points, but they executed well. So, Jaden. I mean, we've pretty much talked everything that we could possibly talk about, but what are your final takeaways?
I agree with you. I think you got to find a way to at least cut those in half against a team like Nevada. Take 2 field goals instead of 4, push those other 2 in, and it's a lot different. I mean, not like it's a lot different, but you show that you don't have to keep settling for it.
It looks better for the casuals who were looking at the score, who didn't watch the game, right? That's what it comes down to. It looks better for the casuals. And another big thing, like usually the first game of the year, like sometimes we'll have a bunch of penalties, right? Didn't happen today. So we were very disciplined. Even when they were trying to get
many penalties cost, you're right.
No, they were like 2 maybe.
Yeah. And they punt like that.
They didn't punt.
That's great.
My favorite part was when it was 4th and 1. Nevada had the ball. They were trying to get us to jump off line. They were trying to get us to jump, and we had all young guys on the line. We had our backups in. They didn't budge. So that shows a lot of a lot of I can't think of the word, but you know.
Dude, like at the end of the day, man, I want to put up 70 points on Nevada. That's what I want. But
we had it. We said,
but whether we executed those 4 field goals or not to touchdowns, I mean, I just don't think Kotelnicki is. Do you think Kotelnicki will do that? If he is he going to put up 70?
The points were there, man. It was just the execution. Like I said, the offensive line. Khalil Dinkin's missing a block. Like it's all it takes is 1 or 2 people to mess up the play, to mess up the whole drive. That's what it comes down to. Everyone has to be in sync. Yeah.
You know, like. Yeah, you know, like Khalil Dinkin's whipping on that bubble screen block. I mean, God damn. And but he had a big kick return. You know, he had a big kick return. So
a couple of those screen passes were really good, though. Pena had like 1 or 2 really well.
Yeah, they weren't all bad.
And to start the game, he had the sweep, the jet sweep that worked really well.
Yep. Yeah, and like you said, they're putting a lot on tape, man. Like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put a lot on tape, and they should. Joe was the opposite. He kept to vanilla until they played a good team, but. Like Eastern Michigan, or not Eastern Michigan, shoot, I forget who they opened up with in 2011. Chaz Powell took the opening kickoff back. Shoot, that was like, I can't remember, but they didn't do much on offense, man. Because they had Bama the next week coming into Beaver Stadium, so It wasn't like that. They're doing a lot of different stuff. Like last year when they brought Bo in, they would bring Bo in and they were doing all types of stuff with him because they were like, all right, we got Bo Pribula, we got Drew, we got all these guys that we can give the ball to. That's what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
And, again, another guy leaves Penn State and he does well. I mean, that's a credit to James Franklin. Man, how many? Tommy Stevens, he didn't have like the best career when he left, but he wasn't like horrible. Yeah. And then who else? Will Levis goes. He opens up. He did decent at Kentucky. His first game he had like 4 touchdowns in the NFL, and then Bo Pribula goes on and he does decent. So well, he didn't do decent. He did very well against Central Arkansas. My point is, for a transfer, he's doing really, really good. But that's what they did last year. They just incorporated a lot of people, and that's what they're doing now. So I learned a lot today. Honestly, as a fan, I learned a lot today across the board. Yeah. Alabama, trash. Kalen DeBoer's getting fired. Yeah. Florida State, I don't know. They might be good. We'll see. Their quarterback is good. Ohio State, their fan base, still one of the worst. They're going to be relentless. I mean, my God. That's the worst part about that, but they're not that good. Texas, Arch Manning, I don't know, dude. I don't know what they're going to do the rest of the year. And then Penn State, I mean, they just in the 2025 James Franklin, Andy Kotelnicki era, I mean, and Jim Knowles era, we got to be happy. So, but
Chaz Coleman, I saw a couple plays. He was close. He did pull the spin move off on the one guy. Like Chaz Coleman was getting close, man. He's gonna get one next game. He's gonna get a sack.
We did cover Texas Ohio State, but is there anything else you guys want to say about that? I mean,
no, it was a boring game. It was pretty pathetic on both ends. Texas is a dumpster fire right now. Sark might be a worse red zone play caller than Penn State ever was. He's the worst red zone. Like anytime they get down there, they won't score a single point.
Seriously, like
take the field goal. They won't even score.
Just on one of those goal line stands, bro. All they had to do was fake a run and then run arch around the outside, like Peyton did.
Yep,
Peyton did that once on the goal line.
That's all they had. I
mean, my God, Arch is fast. Like he can run.
Yep.
And his 2 quarterback sneaks. I mean, dude, 2 quarterback sneaks. They had like 20 linemen on the field. I mean, obviously they're waiting for the quarterback sneak. All you got to do is maybe fake a run and then run arch to the outside. He's got wheels, and they didn't do it. I mean, it was. I didn't expect that. I did not expect that type of game from Texas. So, Jaden, will Penn State be number 1?
I think it depends on what Clemson does, but
yeah,
I think they'll. I just got a feeling with Texas being number 1 to start the year that they'll give it to Ohio State, even though they were at home.
Yeah.
But
they will.
Because, dude, Ohio State will be number 1, but it's like, dude, if you look at it, neither of those teams are number 1. And
I think Arch had under 40 passing yards entering the 4th quarter today. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, let me look it up because he had better numbers than Julian did, I think.
Yeah,
like not interceptions, obviously, but he had, Let me look it up here.
I think they're too big.
Did you watch it at home?
Yeah.
Where'd you? Okay, you watched it at home. Okay. Yeah, I got it pulled up here. Oh, Long Island University. Good grief! I didn't even know Long Island had a football team. I know Stony Brook. They're on Long Island. Let me see here. Shoot. All right. I don't know if we could. Yeah, I don't know. But Jaden, I'm pretty sure going into that final drive. What the hell is this? I'm pretty sure going into that final drive that Arch had better numbers than Julian. I think he was over 100 yards going into that final drive. I don't know what's going on with these.
But not completion percentage, not even close.
No.
So bad.
And again, like Julian was just a game manager, man, and Jeremiah Smith he had a bad game.
Look at that way.
You know?
Oh, you the guy
So
go,
what the heck is that?
I'm a huge.
Sorry, guys. You know, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It was just. I don't think Texas is going to be good. I don't think like if they play us, for example, if they play us.
So, if Texas plays Louisiana Monroe again, they'll look great. But other than that, I mean, that's
it was coverage sacks all day, man. It's what Ohio State did today is what the Eagles did against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They got after Mahomes. That's it. They got after the quarterback, bro. Like Arch could not throw the ball because they weren't open. Therefore, that led to Ohio State getting sacks. I mean, they got after Arch. That's it. And they made him look horrible. It was coverage sacks all day. You know, so yeah,
They got him to start trying to force the ball to places, and that's when he threw that real bad pick, underthrew the guy on the corner route. Like it seemed like they got in his head pretty fast, and then he tried to be Superman out there.
Yeah, and then going into next year, it was like Arch Manning, Drew Aller, number 1 overall. Well, we know, especially after the way Drew played. Man, we know who the best quarterback, as far as I can tell, who the best quarterback in college football is Drew Aller. So we'll see how Klubnik plays. I got it on in the background here. But I think it's going to come down really to like Drew Aller, Cade Klubnik. Those are the 2 guys that are going to be the best quarterbacks in college football. It's not Julian Saying. It's not Arch Manning anymore. I mean, dude, as far as I'm concerned, Arch Manning, literally, he signed himself off today. Like, they're done. I mean, I have no idea how they're going to do. Like, they could have multiple losses. SEC? Yeah, we'll see. But you guys have anything else?
I don't think so. Not right now.
Jaden, we'll figure out your video.
Yeah,
I should have done a little test run with you before that. That's my fault.
Oh no, you're good.
I'll have a rundown for you next time too. But yeah, Jaden, you stay on here. We're gonna sign off. You stay on here. We'll talk a little bit. But yeah, guys, thank you for coming on. Again, it's good to have Jaden on here.
Nice to meet you, Jaden.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Jaden is he's a high school legend in my book. He won't say that about himself, but
I'll take that.
yeah. And Jaden, you'll probably be on with Jared covering Pirates and Steelers at some point.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
And, thanks.
Yeah. We'll see you Tuesday night for FIU pregame.
Want to know, baby. That's all that matters.
Let's go.
Want to know.